Alright guys, hello. My name is Joshua Drake, aka Future Filmmaker 39480, and oh my god, I'm so happy to do this. And as you can see, I'm back in my garage again. And what am I so happy about? I'm reviewing a new Marvel movie because I just got done, for the first time, watching Captain America 3 Civil War. This is a 2016 Marvel movie, and it is the 13th movie in the MCU series, and this is the third and final film in the Captain America trilogy. And oh man. Whew. The plot of this movie is that, no, before I go into the plot, I should say, with all of the hype and excitement building up toward this movie, I was really excited when they announced this movie. But I'll be honest, I was a little worried that this was going to be completely disappointing. But after watching this movie for the first time, I was very satisfied. The plot of this movie is that political pressures mounts to install a system of accountability when the actions of the Avengers lead to collateral damage. The new status quo deeply divides the members of the team. Captain America believes superheroes should remain free to defend humanity without government interference, and Iron Man sharply disagrees and supports oversight. As the debate escalates into all-out war, all-out feud, Black Widow, Hawkeye, all these superheroes have to pick a side. Iron Man or Captain America. Now, what I thought of Captain America Civil War is, again, I am completely satisfied. I love this movie. Oh my god. What can I say without spoiling anything? Let me see what the critics has said. One critic from Cinema Blend, Eric Eisenberg, he says that Marvel has a better grip on Captain America than any of their other heroes. And it can be said with confidence that the three movies come together, the first Avenger, the Winter Soldier, and Civil War, to create the greatest superhero movie trilogy of all time. What? The Dark Knight is one of the greatest trilogies of all time, but this is up there in my favorite trilogies of all time. First, I want to talk about Chris Evans as Captain America. Chris Evans has impressed me since I've seen him in The Human Torch and Fantastic Four 1 and 2. And here is Captain America. Since we first seen him in Captain America the First Avenger, he has grown. This is a character he was born to play, and I like his part. He wants the heroes to be free to save the world, and I thought his story was interesting. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, wow. When this movie was announced, I was not sure how happy I was going to be with Iron Man being in the film. But I have to say, Robert Downey Jr. impressed me. His performance was great. I loved I love his side because he feels guilt because the visions that Tony saw in Avengers Age of Ultron. He has a guilty complex, and he's driving him to make very specific decisions. And I like his side of the story too. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. She's. I'm going to talk about the old comers. Now I'm going to talk about the new gang. I have to say that Scarlett Johansson, her hair is awesome in this film. and she gets even more to do in this movie. And she still is a great kick-ass character, as I should say. She's very amazing in the role, and I have to get hand Scarlett Johansson. You do a good job. You also have Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. He's the best friend of Captain America, and we thought he was killed during World War II, and he was the main antagonist in the Winter Soldier. Here, he's on Captain America's side, and I thought he was great. As far as the other cast, you have Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson Falcon, Don Cheadle is War Machine, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. Oh my God, Elizabeth Olsen, she's hot. She did a great job in this movie, and I have to give her praise, because she's one of the best things about this movie. But we will get into the main big thing that's good about this movie. Paul Bettany is Vision. Good seeing him once again. Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye. And you also got some new fresh, and also William Hurt is back in this movie. You also have all these old comers from the MCU. They do a really great job, and I could not be impressed with what they did. The newcomers, you have Daniel Brühl as him at Zero. He's a Slovakian terrorist. He's obsessed with defeating the Avengers, and I think he has something to do with them fighting. I guess, I don't know. I just got done watching the movie. Well, Frank Grillo is Crossbones. He doesn't get a whole lot to do, but I will say for the amount of screen time he has, he rocked. He rocked. You also got Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, aka Black Panther, and he is the Prince of Wakanda, and he's out on Tony Stark's side. And so what happens is his dad is killed, and he wants revenge, so he joins Tony Stark's team, and he was awesome. I love the costume too. Great Black Panther. Paul Rudd is Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man once again. He was awesome again. He was awesome again. I don't have anything more to say about Paul Rudd. The man's a great actor. I love him in this movie as Ant-Man. I can't wait to see what they do with him in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And yeah. And finally, we get into the big thing I want to talk about. Spider-Man. Tom Holland is the new Peter Parker Spider-Man. And I think the best Spider-Man actors are Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield, you tried your best, but you do not cut it for me. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. You were just given crappy material to work with. And Marissa Tomei has an appearance as Aunt May, and I can't wait to see what they do more with him in the new Spider-Man series in the MCU. Tom Holland, he has fun one-liners. I definitely just love his costume. I love the costume. It's great. And to everybody wondering, Spider-Man is redeemed. Now, the action in this movie, oh my God, the action is insane. You got action all the way around. You cannot say that Marvel has not stepped up their game with the action, because I think they stepped it up each of these MCU movies that have been coming out. From the Avengers of Age of Ultron, Captain America the Winter Soldier. And I think here the action is taken to a much more intense level. So I can definitely have to say the action is really great. And my favorite part of the movie is when they fight. Team Iron Man, Team Captain America is just, it's like the fight in Attack of the Clones, and the fight in Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, and the fight in Avengers Age of Ultron, all wrapped up in one. It's this big, epic, awesome battle, and it paid off. the battle between Iron Man and Captain America and the Winter Soldier was awesome too. I will talk more about that certain things and certain characters in my spoiler review once I watch the movie again. Soon coming this Friday. But I have to say the musical score by Henry Jackman was awesome. The cinematography, the way the movie looks, is good. I never got bored. And I didn't get bored with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Even though people hate on that movie. You can check out my review for that movie on my channel. But this movie is so awesome. This movie, it delivers. This is how you end a trilogy. This is how you wrap up a 3-movie long story arc, and this is definitely satisfying for me to see all of these characters that we've been introduced to in all the other Marvel movies and have them battle out. But we're not there. We're not to the satisfying movie yet. We still have a couple more movies to go before we get to Avengers Infinity War. But I do have some minor issues. One issue I do have, which I'll save for my spoiler review, but the one issue there are 2 issues. No, Gwyneth Paltrow was supposed to be in this movie, but she isn't. I guess she didn't want to come back, but what can you do? She was originally supposed to come. I guess they might have cut her out. And the death of one character is just, it kind of feels a little bit out of place. I'm not going to say who, because I'm saying it for my spoiler review. But, man, whoo, this movie, oh my god. This movie already has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. At first it was at 100. It's got 94%. This movie is going to be a hit. But we are going to have to do a comparison, do a versus video, seeing which movie do I like more. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice or Captain America Civil War. And I got that video planned for this weekend. So I have to say, this movie was satisfying. I was pretty entertained. I never got bored. And this is how you end a trilogy. Marvel has done it again. They did a good trilogy, great trilogy with Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. And here with Captain America, First Avenger, The Winter Soldier, and this movie, Marvel has done it. After giving me one really great origin about Captain America, one really great sequel to the First Avenger, The Winter Soldier, to this awesome, amazing, epic-tastic third and final film in the Captain America trilogy. Woo! And thank you, Russo Brothers and Marvel, for not messing up Spider-Man again. And Spider-Man is redeemed. I'm so happy. Woo! I might as well just go and give my rating for this movie now. My rating for Captain America Civil War, I'm going to give this an epic-tastic and my very own Josh Drake Rainbow Seal of Approval. That's how much I love the movie. Woo! So guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Civil War? If you already have seen the movie early, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's the best Marvel movie? Bye guys. I'll see you in my spoiler talk this coming up week.